Hello, Happy New Year. So Lorna just said, what a great way to start the year. I do agree with her, although I had my doubts on if I should do this, which is why I don't think I posted it until yesterday. But here we are. So welcome. Happy 2024. For me personally, I just really hope 2024 is a better year than 2023. So, because my year was a little hellish. But today has been a fabulous day and a great way to start a new year. We had sunshine, and although most of you wouldn't say we had warm weather, we had warm weather compared to typical Januaries. So let's see who else is here. So Lorna's here. Take her thing off. The Francine, welcome. Amanda's here. Oh, there's Marina. Welcome, Marina. So fabulous to see everybody. So in about 4 minutes, we will start the evening with our first healing pulse. And then I will also be taking requests. I've got my list. So today is show number 152. Goes a little slower when you don't do it every week, but for now, I think that's okay. Oh, and there's Anne. Welcome, Anne. So, did everyone have a good Christmas? Mine was very quiet, a little weird. My family doesn't really celebrate Christmas that much. We just got together for a meal. It was very nice. So yeah, the little doggies came with. Oh, Duncan still got his Christmas sweater on. Huh, Duncan? Were you sleeping? He's not loving being on camera tonight, I think. Are you ready to go to bed? Dexter's already sleeping, so. All right, gonna put you back down. You can go back to sleep. Yes, low key is good compared to total chaos and craziness. Well, good. I'm glad your kids had fun, Amanda. So, oh, Duncan, no licking. So, we will start tonight with a healing pulse. So if you haven't experienced a healing pulse, the wonderful thing about it is it goes to where you direct it. And I actually started doing the healing pulse live, 4 years ago, about this time of year. And just sort of experimenting and seeing if it would help people from a distance, especially a group of people. And it typically does. You have perfect timing, Jane. So welcome. So with this, a healing pulse does go to where you direct it, as I said. But the cool thing is it can help physical, it can help emotional. So you have to sort of decide what do you want it to work on. And I'm going to sneeze in a moment, so I'm just going to pause. And now that I've said it, I probably won't. We'll see. Okay, that's sort of like a miserable halfway. Oh. Okay, so with this, if you got something physical going on, that's really easy because you just want to rub your hands together until they're warm, sort of like activating your energies in your hands, because in your palm chakras, this is where the healing comes out, and that along with intention. So place your hands where you have something physical going on, or if you've got something emotional or energetic, think about where that lives in your body. When you're anxious, is it something in the pit of your stomach? Or does your chest get tight, your mouth get dry, or you just can't think? So think about where whatever you want to help heal lives. All right, so rub your hands together. Now place your hands exactly where you want to receive the energies. And imagine my hands are on yours, so you're getting your own healing frequencies plus mine. And the most important part is just being open and allowing. Breathing that energy in and then releasing. And when you release with that breath of exhalation, you are releasing something. Maybe it's something that doesn't belong. Maybe it's something that you're done with. Maybe it's something that was never yours to begin with. So imagine healing coming in. You're releasing something and it's going out. So just breathe it in, let it go, breathe it out. Okay, so that was our first healing pulse of the night. Welcome, Robin. I've been meaning to message you, so I'm glad you're here. Just because. And now we will start with working on any individual requests that people might have. I'll write you in my book. Just checking to see what we've done the last couple months. So if you've got any special requests, let me know. All right, Robin, you're first on the list. Overthinking. Amanda wants more joy in her life. I think that's wonderful, Amanda. I was watching YouTube, of course. I watch YouTube every day. Sonia Choquette was on talking about gratitude. And I think that goes really hand in hand with joy and acknowledgement of just even the simple things. All right, Marlene, let's see what Marlene's got. All right, so Marlene wants to release a trapped emotion that is not for her highest good. Fabulous, Marlene. Lorna, we're going to work on releasing fear from childhood. So sometimes, a lot of times, fears from childhood are a real thing. But the problem when you're really little is sometimes things are a lot scarier than they would be as an adult. So part of it is knowing what the child mind does. But we will work on seeing what we can undo there, Lorna. Good one. All right, so Anne's got that gravelly voice. Throat chakra or emotional block. Where's I used to have a smoker friend. She was about 20 years older than me. She had that deep voice, and she was just the littlest thing. She was like 4'9" or something like that, but such a little thing and a deep voice. So we're going to see if it's throat chakra, emotional block. Let's see what that is. That's a very nice one, Francine. So Francine wants to release ego. And be into higher self. Jane wants to feel self-confident in decisions. I think that's a perfect one for you, Jane. In decisions. Okay. All right, so we're going to start with Robin. Robin wants to stop overthinking things. So, and most of the things that people have listed are probably multiple layers of things going on. Oh, there's Marina. So Marina wants to release whatever's meant to be released. Okay. All right. Wouldn't it be nice? Just a wish that it would be gone, and it was. So let's see. I think I'm going to use a list I haven't used in a while. This has like 400 negative emotions. It's like 3 pages. So I'm going to use this one in a while. All right, so let's see. So all this is at least a part of what's going on for each of you. All right, so Robin, we're going to look at overthinking. Let's see. All right, so Robin, I've got sorrowful. Let's see what age. '17, Robin. So somewhere 16, 17, 18, there was an event that you were very sorrowful. And especially at that age, there often is a lot of loss because, you're typically in high school, you're moving on, leaving your high school life, high school friends, potentially leaving your family. And relationships can be a little up and down at that point too. So there can be sorrow involved in that. So let's go ahead and release sorrowful from Robin. And if you know how to release, you can work with me on that. If you really don't know how to release, just lend support and the intention that you're helping let it go. Okay? All right. And generally, I get things to release, and I usually say so, but if I don't, typically it's gone. If I can't get something to release, I will let you know. Usually that means that there's a little bit of work to be done on your end. So, but with Robin, we've released sorrowful. Amanda wants to bring more joy into her life. So let's see. So there is something that is creating some blocks for that. Let's see what that is. Getting narrow-minded. And I don't know you very well, but I did check to see if this is yours or is it someone close to you. I did get it's This is you. But let me give you an age because there's an event around this that maybe your thinking was a little limited. So let me get an age for this. So I'm not getting this as recent. "16." You know, sometimes when you're that young, you think you know everything. And then as you get older, you realize that you didn't really know anything. But we can be rather focused on our thoughts. So something 15, 16, 17, Amanda, where your thoughts were a little limiting. So let's go ahead and release that because somehow that's playing a role in blocking the joy. Okay, I'm getting that released. And with all these, when I release it, I also take the energy of the healing pulse and it automatically fills any voids that created. That's just something that I've sort of programmed the energy to do. All right, Marlene. Marlene wants to see if there's anything that is sort of affecting her highest good. And I do get a yes, so let's see what that would be. And it's the word worried. Let's see. This is recent. So here's the thing with something recent. Sometimes it's so recent, it's still part of your behaviors. So let's check. Is this something that Marlene can release right now? I get no. So Marlene, what are you worried about? And do you need to worry about it? Because I get no. So think about this. So is your worry something that you've created? So once you're ready, you can release it, and mainly through thoughts and intention, that you release the additional worry that you were done with. Okay? That is my challenge to you. We'll see if the next time I talked with you, you still have that. So, because part of it is you're not quite done with it, but I think you could be, if that makes sense. All right, so Lorna, release a fear from childhood. So let's see. So I'm getting the word harsh. So let's see. Let me get an age on that. Age 6. So just a wee one. So 5, 6, 7. Somewhere in there, Lorna. Well, there's Joan. Welcome, Joan. So let's release the energies of someone being harsh. Well, let me just check. So was that to you or someone near you? It was someone near you, but it really affected you. So let's release that energy. Let it go. Especially when you're so little. What if you put that energy, that unnecessary harshness in a balloon and you just let it go? And as it flies up and away, it just dissipates from you and the people around that event. Okay. Joan, I'm got my list going, so if you have anything. Anne, you are next. So Anne is having a really sort of gravelly voice. So let's see. I'm not getting it's a chakra issue. So let's try. Let's try a trapped emotion and see, because I think there might be something extra with that. Slandered. Huh. Very interesting, because when you slander someone, it's something that's usually vocalized. So let's see. Because I think you were the victim of being slandered. Let me get an age, because this is not recent. But sometimes as we work through different things from our past bubble up without any explanation. So let's see how old you were when this happened, Lorna. You were like 24. So somewhere 23, 24, 25. So let's take that event. And we're going to release slandered, and we're going to release that connection to that throat area. And then when we do that, we're going to also fill it up with healing so that your voice goes back to normal. Just breathe that in, and the next couple healing pulses, send it to your throat, okay? I think that should do it. Yeah. Yeah, it was very hurtful when this happened. I'm getting you haven't thought of this in a while. So, but something sort of triggered it. So imagine whatever triggered it to be released. All right, Francine. Francine wants to release ego and be into higher self. So let's see, is there anything that's, especially the ego piece. I've done quite a bit of work on this. So, oh, and there's Renee. Welcome, Renee. More clarity. Love that. I've been working on that myself lately. All right. Let's see. Punished is the theme of the event, Francine. Let me get an age. Good, Anne. Just imagine that sort of just dissipating. All right, so Joan wants to transform some negative thoughts. So, and tonight we're going to also do positive emotions. We haven't done that in a while. So that will help. All right. I just need an age for Francine. Something from when you're around 23 that's ego related, Francine. So 22, 23, 24, something in there. So ego related and punished. Someone like chew you out? Get a yes for that. So what was it? Relationship? So, and it was rather unwarranted. So let's release that because it wasn't legitimate even. So if you're hanging on to that memory, it was pretty bogus. So just imagine that flitting away. And that'll help your ego too, because it won't feel like it was so unjust. That'll make it easier. Yeah. Okay. All right. Jane. Jane wants to work on feeling more self-conscious, or excuse me, self-confident in making decisions. So let's see what we find. So it's the word seething, sort of like really super angry to the point of boiling. Um, Let me get an age for you, Jane. 16. So just a young one, too. So somewhere 15, 16, 17, something that just really made you mad. You are very welcome, Anne. I'm glad that you're able to connect with that. And it sounds like doing some release work. Oh, and there is Valerie from the other side of the world. Welcome. All right, so releasing Jane and Seething. Working on a list, Valerie, so if you have anything you want to work on. Valerie is in New Zealand currently. So seething, Seething. Not a typical word that we use nowadays. I think it's more of a word that somebody writes in a book, a fiction book, maybe a romantic book. So it's a rather dramatic word. So with that, Jane, especially as you get older, it's not something that you really want to be seething about. So imagine if you've got other instances of this, that you release it, because it doesn't serve you to hang on to those instances where you were so angry you were practically boiling. Okay? Because when you have a trapped emotion of seething over and over, you tend to attract that back to you, even when it's not legitimate. And then you come off as sort of crazy. So we don't want that. So we want, when you're pissed, for you to be pissed at a really reasonable kind of event, not something crazy. Yeah, so work on that, because I think if you can tap into the energy of the emotion, imagine it releasing and letting go. And then wait a few days and see if you can do it again for a different event, because that'll make it easier for you to be more on a neutral level. So that's my challenge for you in the new year, Jane, because I think that'll really help you. Because I bet before you just felt a little out of control because it sort of overwhelmed you. And that's what having the same emotion trapped time after time makes you super, super sensitive to the energy of that emotion. And it's sort of like if you've ever met a whole family that's angry, part of it is that grandpa or grandma or somebody even further back had the trapped emotion of anger and kept attracting it, and then it got passed down through the family, and it's just something that's sort of internalized, but you can work on releasing it. All right, so Valerie, plantar fasciitis. All right, so Marina wants to work on releasing what's meant to be let go of. All right, so let's see what we've got for Marina. So Marina's up in the middle of the night too, because Marina's in Croatia, unless something happened in the last week where you got a job. So Marina's looking for an international job in an area that has tourism. Empty, Marina. So let's see what age this connects with. 8. So you were just a wee one. So somewhere 7, 8, 9, you just felt empty. Is that empty and alone too? Yeah. Let's get rid of that. That's definitely not serving you. So releasing and removing empty. We're going to release that feeling of being alone, where it's alone and negative, because alone isn't always negative. So releasing and removing that. Okay, so that released. All right, Renee is looking for more clarity. So let's see what comes up. Oh, and once we finish with Renee, we'll do the next trapped emotion. Also, Francine just confirmed why there was punished from her trap as a trapped emotion. Oh, that sounds scary. A good thing to release, Francine. All right. I'm getting the word heartless, Renee. Let me get an age. I think this is a really good one for you to get rid of because, especially heartless. So it affects your heart. It's really hard to tune in to truth and clarity when you've got a wound here. So let's see what age this was. 28. So somewhere 27, 28, 29, heartless. So I think let's release this. And so Renee, just imagine that it's letting go. And when it lets go, you'll be able to tune in and feel more because your heart has a little bit more healing done. Yeah, because this is there's something called the heart wall, and that was part of your heart wall, and it really blocks you from your true feelings. All right, so let's do our next healing pulse. So all you that had physical things or even emotional things, like Anne, your gravelly voice, you're going to send this healing pulse to your throat. Renee, you're going to send this healing pulse to your heart. Robin, you're going to send this to your mind. So rub your hands together and place your hands exactly where you want to receive the energies. Imagine my hands on yours. And just breathe in that healing. Allow it to flow. With each breath in, it goes a little deeper, a little further. Allowing you to release it too, even though maybe before it was a little resistant. Just breathe that in, breathe that out. Okay, so that was healing pulse number 2. Let me know how you did. All right. Joan needs to transform some negative thoughts from New Year's Eve. So it doesn't sound like your New Year's Eve was the best, Joan. No, most definitely. So I got the word repulsive, Joan. So was this a recent thing? No. But this is connected to what came up last night. So let me get an age from this, because releasing this will lessen the energies that you felt last night. So let me get an age. And 25. So somewhere 24, 25, 26. So let's work on releasing that. Whatever event it was at that age. So let's release that. And then the third healing pulse. Focus on where you feel that negative energy from last night. Sounds a little traumatic. So this will help release it though, okay? All right. Valerie, you are next. All right, so let's see. All right, so Valerie, I'm getting pessimistic. Let me get an age. You are welcome, Joan. What are you doing, Duncan? Are you helping? He's such a good little helper. $29, Valerie. So somewhere 28, 29, 30. At that, That's tied to that right foot. So that's sort of holding things in place there. Let's get rid of that. Okay. Ooh, welcome, Sissy. I am just working on my list. So if you want to get in, you'll be the last one for the list. All right. So Marlene used the healing pulse to help release her worry. I get a yes. Getting it helped like 25%. So that's good. Very good, Marlene. All right. So let's get rid of pessimistic for Valerie. So I'm thinking of just sort of pulling it out of there, out of your foot. That's sort of annoying. Okay. So I'm getting that released. That's where you're going to send the next healing pulse, Valerie. All right. So Sissy needs healing for health. All right. Let's see if there's energy that is playing a role in making your health worse. Because I do get a yes. I'm getting the word naive. So I'm thinking naive, but it was sort of like held against you. Let me get an age. Maybe it'll make more sense. You are welcome, Valerie. I'm Marlene. $24. So somewhere 23, 24, 25, Sissy. I think you maybe didn't know something and you got really sort of teased. And it was dumb. It was so dumb. But it was hurtful for you. So let's imagine that energy releasing. So releasing and removing that feeling of just mean. Yeah, not necessary. Yeah, because I was naive around age 24. So let's disconnect that. And the next healing pulse, Sissy, I want you to send this to your heart. So you'll put both hands on your heart and then you're going to expand it out. Do you hear Rudy in the background? Rudy's my 15-year-old cat. So he thinks it's dinner time again. So, but he's got me trained. Usually I get up because Rudy hasn't been as healthy as he has in the past. So, but come here, Rudy. He usually does not make an appearance, but you don't usually hear him either. Yes. Okay. So let's do our next healing pulse. And then we're going to do my favorite positive emotion thing. And then I think I'm going to do a card pull for somebody tonight. We'll figure out who tonight in honor of New Year's. Okay. So this next healing pulse, many of you have instructions on where to send this next healing pulse. So for those of you who are not sure where you should receive it, If you don't have a place that you did the first or second, or maybe you're good now, what if you send it to your heart? What if you send it to your third eye and work on, that intuition? All right. So, we could do good luck, bad luck. Actually, I've been thinking of doing a program for that. We'll chat about that later. So, place your hands exactly where you want to receive the energy. Imagine my hands on yours. Come here, Rudy. You. He's just sitting there looking at me. Rudy, I need your help. Come here, Rudy. Okay. Sending energy now. Just breathe that in. So with this, with each breath in, imagine the healing goes a little deeper and expands a bit too. So, and don't forget, when you're breathing out, you're releasing what no longer serves you, what doesn't belong, letting go of any root causes of why certain things have happened to you. Let it go. And as soon as it lets go, imagine that breath in doing healing exactly to where it needs to go. All right, so if that was healing pulse number 3. If you like the healing pulse, I do have a newsletter, and as a reward for signing up for the newsletter, I've got a video that you get 3 healing pulses right in a row. And then after that, it talks a little bit about the history and how the healing pulse works. So the newsletter is on my website, which is the initial C, and then csummerjones.com, and there's no punctuation other than the .com. Okay, well, thank you, Robin. It's a nice video if you like the healing pulse. So it used to be that every week I would give people a baggie of a week's worth of healing pulses. And I think people just we haven't done that in a long time, but know that the healing pulse is ready and waiting for you to pull that energy in. Because even though I sort of coordinate the energy, it doesn't affect my energy when you do that because it comes from source. So let's do... Should we do good luck, bad luck? Nice to see. Use that energy like when that knee of yours is acting up. Rub your hands and call in the healing pulse. Okay? All right. Let's do a vote. Healing pulse, you can put a 1 in the comments. Positive emotions, you can put a 2 in the comments. Wait a minute, that didn't make any sense. Sorry, I've got healing pulse on my head. All right, so good luck, bad luck, 1. Positive emotions, 2. 2, 2, 2. Okay, so I've got lots of 2s. Okay, so let's do that. So, with this, what I want you to do is you pick one positive emotion, and I'll pick two, and then we'll reinforce them. Okay? Yeah, it's probably, because we did work on releasing negative stuff, so now let's fill you up with some positive stuff. Oh, poor little Rudy. All right, first one. So Valerie's got kindness. That sounds wonderful. All right, so Valerie gets kindness, respectful, and present. I like that. Ooh, and there's Maureen. Welcome, Maureen. All right, Sissy has love. That's wonderful. Robin's got resilience. Good. Joan's got safe, calm, peaceful. Amanda's got safe. Lorna's got peace. Nice. Jane's got intuition. Francine's got calm. Oh, that's nice. Marlene's got content. Yeah, I think it's enough of an emotion. Maybe not exactly an emotion, but an energy. So I'll add hope to yours, Robin. I do like that for you, Valerie. Okay, Sissy's got love. Let's see what else she gets. Oh, Sissy, you got a couple good ones. You got love, praised, and value. Very nice. So reinforcing love, praised, and valued. So Robin's got resilience and hope, and then we're going to add. See what we'll add for Robin. Poor little Rudy. All right, so Robin chose resilience and hope, and I'm adding fulfilled and lighthearted. Very nice. So reinforcing that. All right, so Joan got safe, calm, and peaceful. Let's see what goes with that. All right, so Joan, safe, calm, peaceful, and I'm adding unique and valuable. Very nice. All right, so Amanda chose safe. See, Rudy's sort of spoiled because we have maybe a half an inch of snow, and this time of year he wouldn't normally go outside, but it's been so warm for him, and so he goes back between his bowl and outside. He wants one or the other, and he's not getting either. Poor little dude. Yeah, he hears me talking about him. Poor Rudy. All right, so Amanda chose safe, and I'm adding loyal and free. Very nice. All right, Lorna has peace. Let's see what comes up to go with that. Oh, this is nice. So, Lorna, to go with peace, we've got friendly and invigorated. Very nice. Next, Jane has intuition, but with a focus on good intuition. Very interesting. All right. So, Jane, intuition, important, constant. Don't you love that? That's very cool. I think that's sort of a message to you, Jane, that intuition is important and constant. All right. Francine shows calm. Let's see what goes with that. All right, so Francine shows calm, and I'm adding flowing and kind. That's a nice group too, isn't it? Okay. Marlene shows content. So let's see what I'm going to add to it. Funny how your word tends to be like, can be sort of a theme. All right. So Marlene shows content, and I'm adding unhurried and sensitive. So here are the words for tonight. Let me know which ones you're going to borrow. So we've got respectful, present, praised, valued, fulfilled, lighthearted, unique, valuable, loyal, free, friendly, invigorated, important, constant, calm, flowing, kind, unhurried, and sensitive. Very cool. So I need a short little Rudy break. I will be right back. And then we're going to let's do the aura strengthening. I think let's do one more healing pulse. And then we'll do a fun little thing where I will do a reading or two with some oracle cards. Okay. So I'll be back in like 2 minutes. All right, everybody ready? So let's do a final healing pulse. And then we will do aura strengthening. Okay. So let's do, I don't think we've done. So if you have a place that you really want the healing pulse, fine. But if you don't, we haven't tried this. Let's send a healing pulse to your aura. I don't think we've ever done that. Yeah, for those of you who don't have a place where you want to send the healing pulse, let's try that. All right, ready? So rub your hands together. And then send. Place your hands. And then my hands are on yours, so you're directing wherever the energy goes. Come here, Dexter. Come here. Come here. Chill out. They got a treat too. Okay, come here, Duncan. You can help. Yep, right there. Yeah, your licking doesn't really help. So do you feel it? Are you allowing it? Breathe it in and then breathe it out. Okay, that was our last healing pulse of the night. Let me know how you did. And then next we're going to do the aura strengthening. So this is a little different than, when I said send it to your aura. With the aura strengthening, your intention is to strengthen the aura. What some of you did before was just send it out. So I'm curious if it feels different because the intention, the base intention was different. All right. So with this, your intention is to strengthen your aura. So rub your hands together. With this, you can, if you're comfortable with your own frequencies, just rub your hands together. You don't need to call in the healing pulse. And just start beaming out to your aura. With the intention of strengthening it. The other one was healing. And the cool thing with this is we're going to fill up, what are we going to fill up your aura with? The inside. Are you looking for confidence? I think some of you are. There's a few of you looking for good luck. There's some of you looking for healing and regeneration. And let's give that a color or two. Oftentimes I'll do sort of white, a little bit of purple, and then some sparkle. We'll just fill it up. Okay, so that's the aura strengthening. Did anyone feel a difference between if you did the healing pulse to healing your aura versus the aura strengthening? So with me, I'm oftentimes not sensitive to feel the difference, but sometimes a thought will pop in. Everybody's so quiet. So I've got my cards here. Some of them. Most of them are in my office, but I've got some new ones. So let's do number. So if you want to put in the comments a number between 1 and 25, and I'm going to write down two numbers, and whoever's closest or right on, I'll do just a little oracle card reading. And basically I pick a card and then we read from the book. So nothing really fancy. And if you don't want to do it, but you just want to watch, that's fine too. You guys are quiet. Okay, so let's see what we got here. Hold on here. So my chat did not fill up. So I think I missed a few people. Let me just see. All right. Maureen was self-compassion. And Jane did trust. But I already had Jane down for intuition. Marina fell asleep, which understandable since it was like the middle of the night almost. Wait a minute here. I did not do you, Marina. Good. So if ever I miss you, let me know. So I'm going to go back and look. Okay. Yeah, my little record keeping isn't always perfect. So I'm not seeing a word for you, Marina. Peaceful. Okay. So I need to do Marine and Marina. Oh, thank you, Amanda. That was very nice. Marlene, really nice. Valerie, very nice. Oh, and Jane gave it a color. Good. So Valerie's talking about yawns. So yawn is a system that the healing is affecting you. So if you don't feel it, but you're yawning a lot, that is a sign that the energy is affecting you because the yawn releases and makes more room for the healing. Okay, so there's Amanda talking about the healing pulse versus the aura strengthening. Just seeing if anyone hit the number right on the head first. So I am doing oracle card readings. So if so a number between 1 and 25. Just seeing if anyone hit it on the head. No, but I've got 2 that are pretty close. So, but I need to do Marine had self-compassion, and then Marina had peaceful. Let's see. So this is for Marine. Her word was self-compassion, and then I chose focused and cooperative. Pretty nice. All right, Marina chose peaceful. Very interesting. One more. All right, Marina, you're going to find this interesting. So Marina chose peaceful, but I got forceful and awesome. So I think that's sort of a message that you need to find the balance between peaceful and forceful, and then you'll be awesome. That's pretty cool. All right, so let me go back to the numbers because there were 2 people that were pretty close. Just seeing what everybody. All right, so the number 2, and Robin chose the number 3. And then looks like Jane was the next closest, but Robin was closer. And then I've got the number 13, and Anne chose the number 12. I think that was a very good story, Marina. So we've got Robin and Anne. All right, let's see what decks we're going to use. All right, so with this, let me just see. All right, so with Anne, we're going to do Angels and Auras. Ooh, look at that reflection. And this is a newer deck from Radley Valentine and Doug Frazier. Just a little bit too bright in here. All right, so let's see what comes up. And they're pretty cards. Gosh, it's just a little too bright. And the art is very nice, and it's just got like 2 little sentences on there. One for if it's reversed. So that's sort of nice. Not all the cards I have take into account reversals. Notice how quiet it is for Rudy. He has never really liked treats, but somehow he has changed his mind about a certain type of treat. Okay. Oh. Wow. Okay. So let me just find this. What number is this? Number 4. So this goes with Archangel Haniel and also silver as sort of a color. So I think rather appropriate for like New Year's Day. And so the overall message of this card is goddess, psychic, sacred, proud. So Anne, this is you. So Archangel Haniel's name means the grace of God, and she appears in the silvery hue of the moon. She is known for helping people to develop their personal spiritual gifts. She's also the archangel focused on women's issues as well as their health. Haniel is like the great moon goddess of the archangel realm, along with all of the issues the moon represents, topics like femininity, intuition, emotion, and home. Luminous silver energy is described as the color of goddess energy and is naturally heightens the vibration of home. Your first experience of silver light was in the womb, where your mother's body literally created a safe and sacred space for you to grow, directly connected to intuition and the glow of the moon. Silver light comes to you as a reminder to trust your intuition. It is also a message that your space is sacred and reflects beauty as well as connection. Really nice, Anne. And I imagine this might be a reminder for some others. because oftentimes what happens here is not just for the person that is selected. All right, so with Robin, the next deck we're going to do, this is a newer deck too. It's the Starseed Oracle deck, and it's got a cool box. This is by Rebecca Campbell. So, all right. So if any of you are looking for appointments, on my website, csummerjones.com, there is a book now link. Or if you have questions, especially about my classes, my class for Reiki 1 and 2 for this month is closed. Next month, I will be teaching online animal Reiki, which is my favorite Reiki. And you do need to have at least the human Reiki 1 and 2. Oh, this is cool. So it's Star Family. You're part of a team of souls. Call in support. So Robin, this is for you. Let's see what the book says. Very interesting. Okay. So at some stage, we were each a part of a soul cluster, a gathering of souls who broke away from one another to experience themselves individually. Those who are part of your soul cluster are part of your star family. Your star family are those souls who are cut from a similar cosmic cloth. You haven't just experienced lifetimes together. Your souls were once actually one. It's very common for star family members to incarnate at similar times, to work with anchoring a similar frequency of light, and to cross paths with each other. You know that someone is part of your star family when you feel like you know and remember them from the moment you met. You feel instantly familiar and comfortable. Time both passes quickly and stretches when you're with them. You feel more yourself with them than with anyone else. It can sometimes feel like looking in the mirror because, in a way, you are. Often you'll go out of your way to help those in your star family, instinctively knowing it's part of your path. When a star family member dies, you feel it very, very deeply, regardless of how long you knew them. A certain soul mourning or soul breaking occurs. Think about the people in your life. Who do you feel is part of your star family? If this card comes up in a spread, it's likely that you've met someone who is part of your star family or you're about to. Very interesting for you, Robin. Fabulous, Anne. I'm glad it resonated with you. So I always feel like when I pull cards for the group, for individuals, somehow exactly the right card comes up, and I just sort of love that. So, and for a while, we pulled cards pretty regular, but it's just something I wasn't sure if I should continue doing. So that was pretty cool. Trying to think if there's anything else. So Marlene, who won the free past life regression, the metaphysical hypnosis. We're going to do a session coming up next week. And I'm thinking I'm going to premiere it live, which means it's recorded, but yet I'll be there if people have certain questions. I'm also thinking about doing a second live each month, and how I might structure it is you need to ask me a question about healing or a question about something about healing, something you want to know, tools, modalities, whys, personal beliefs, and then we'll work on an issue, trying to just get more interaction. So I haven't quite figured it out. So I've also been thinking about maybe doing a focus group where you guys help me figure out what I need to be offering, because I keep getting distracted. I told myself I was not going to learn anything else, and then I ran into this really cool tool called Genius Biofeedback, and I'm having so much fun with it. It is amazing. And I'm like, oh my gosh, how am I supposed to do everything else and keep adding stuff? So yes, and sometimes I really miss you guys. So that was the good and the bad about doing it every week. So, but I haven't quite decided what else I need to do. So, but I just need to figure it out. So, but I always really enjoy my time here. Oh, thank you, Lorna. So it's definitely one of my favorite things. So, but sometimes I just question the what's and the whys. So, but if you're not part of Facebook, I do put things out for my group there. Oh, thanks, Valerie. Yeah, I do too. I definitely really missed it when I went from weekly to once a month, but yeah, something had to change, and I wasn't quite sure what. I even have thought about maybe having a Patreon group where there's a monthly subscription and we do certain themes. Like I'm working on a sort of a little workshop about forgiveness. So, but I just haven't quite figured out the structure of things. So, oh, thank you, Marina. But I hope everyone's had a fabulous New Year's Day. And some of you, it's already January 2nd. So, but thank you for being here. And I'll be here February 1st, if not sooner. And I'll post when I figure that piece out. Yeah, I haven't quite figured that out about that. But I thought if I did Patreon, then I could do more things. So we shall see. But I hope 2024 brings you all the magic that you've been wanting. So have a good night. Bye.